My name is Ryan Cleary, your Member of Parliament for St. John South Mount Pearl, and this is your weekly video blog update. My apologies first, I have a touch of the flu, but there's no such thing as a sick day when the House of Commons is in session. Got to go to work. Gave 2 speeches in the House of Commons this week. The first speech was on how federal scientists shouldn't be muzzled. The second speech was on how saving lives should be a top priority of the Canadian Coast Guard. Believe it or not, we actually had to bring that in as a motion. You can see both speeches on my website, fishermansroad.blogspot.ca. Just go to Google and type in Fisherman's Road and Ryan Cleary, and it'll come right up. I also asked a question in the House of Commons this week during question period, and it was on the closure, the shutdown of those 6 DFO offices in rural Newfoundland and Labrador. The other thing that I did in the House of Commons this week, on the floor of the Commons, was I gave a controversial 1-minute statement. And it was an overview of a town hall that I had at the Battery Hotel last Sunday in St. John's. What I did was I gave the top 5 quotes from that town hall meeting. And the number 1 quote was very controversial. And it was about how the Prime Minister doesn't know the difference between this and that. Go to my website and have a look. fishermansroad.blogspot.ca. We're going to show a clip of that, though. Yes, we're going to show. It's a 1-minute clip. Have a watch.
The Honourable Member for St. John South Mount Pearl.
Mr. Speaker, this past Sunday, a town hall was held in my riding to discuss the Conservative Trojan Horse budget bill, which is going over like a lead weight in Newfoundland and Labrador. I put together a top 5 list of the best quotes from that day. Number 5 quote, "Re the cuts to DFO and the Coast Guard." Quote, "It will come to the point where a mariner will be asked, 'Are you up to your neck in water yet?' No? All right, you're good. Call back when it gets there." Number 4 quote, "Re the attack on Atlantic Canada." Quote, "Perhaps we're paranoid, but that doesn't mean they're not out to get us." Number 3 quote, "Re the cuts to environmental legislation." Quote, "Less science equals less knowledge. It's basically like driving with the lights off." Number 2 quote, "This Prime Minister isn't my Prime Minister. He's the CEO of Corporate Canada, and his cabinet are the board of directors." And the number 1 quote from the town hall in my riding regarding the Trojan Horse budget bill is this, quote, "The Prime Minister doesn't know his arse from a hole in the ground."
So that was a controversial statement. Right after the statement, the Speaker of the House of Commons asked me up to his chair, and he said, "Ryan, you should apologize." So I apologized for my unparliamentary language. I didn't apologize so much for the sentiment, just the unparliamentary language. I was passing on the sentiments of my constituents. Next week is going to be a very busy week in the House of Commons again. We're going to have a marathon voting session against the Conservative Omnibus Budget Bill, the Budget Implementation Bill, Bill C-38. So we're going to have as many as 60 hours of non-stop voting. Very busy week. I'm also going to give a speech on Monday night against C-38, the Omnibus Budget Bill. So stay tuned for next week. Until then, have a good week.